Hi guys, Will here from WB Trading and welcome back. If you are new to the channel, please do hit that subscribe button and tap the bell icon so that you don't miss any of the free content that I share with the trading community here on YouTube. So I shared my higher time frame bias bar strategy with a trader yesterday, and he's just dropped me an email an hour or so ago asking whether we can apply the strategy and the setup to other timeframes, because he spotted a setup on Euro Pound via the 4-hour chart. So firstly, for anyone watching this that might be wondering the same thing, the answer is yes, the setup can be applied to not only all timeframes but all markets too. Though I do typically suggest following me in sticking to the daily chart or upwards, as they tend to be slightly less choppy and the trades tend to be slightly higher probability too. Now, the setup that this trader actually alerted me to is just absolutely spot on, so I'm actually going to get an order placed for it myself live with you all today. So let's do just that. So we're here on Euro Pound. We're looking at the bias bar in question on screen right now, and for those of you who've joined me in trading this strategy, you'll know straight away that this is just literally an A-star setup. This is absolutely textbook for us. And again, these trades are extremely easy to spot, extremely easy to execute on. It takes 1 or 2 minutes maximum to get an order placed. And as usual, all we do after this is we walk away, as you're about to watch me do in a second. So let's get this mapped first of all, and just bear with me, I'm just going to blur my screen whilst I do this. So that I'm not handing out the strategy publicly to every trader on the internet. So the strategy tells us exactly where to place our order to, in this case, get short as the bias bar is bearish. There we go. So let's colour this entry point green. Perfect. And with that done, let's get the order placed. So we're selling 8973 spot 1, and we want our stop above the most recent high, pretty standard stuff, and we want our take profit placed at the recent low. Spot on. Right, let me just come over to a 1-hour chart, get this finished. Perfect. So that's the order placed. Let me just zip out to the daily chart, and whilst that's the process done and dusted, let me just make sure there's no other recent low that I need to be aware of. Let's see. So we have got this low over here, and to be honest, if we're going to see follow through to the downside here, this is probably most likely where we're going to get to. So let me just bring my limit down slightly. Perfect. Right, so that's, what is that, 1.8R on the table if we can get there, and it really is as easy as that. That is literally the trade done and dusted right there. 1-2 minutes work, as I said. And yeah, I'll pause the screen recording for now. Let's let this trade play out, and I'll come back to you with an update later on. Back soon. Right, just back, and I have to show you this. Talk about precision. Look at the fill on this position. Let me come down to a lower time frame, and you'll see that I've been filled on this trade by literally what, 1.7 pips. Incredible. That's how precise this setup is, this strategy is. So we've been filled short, and prices literally instantly turned around and started running in our favour here, which is brilliant. As ever though, there's nothing to do here now but sit on our hands and just let this play out. So let me pause this again for the minute. I'll let the strategy work its magic, and I'll come back to you with another update, most likely tomorrow morning. Back soon. Right, so it's been another 24 hours now. We're one day, 24 hours into holding this short, and so far we're looking good. We've been filled almost to the pip, pretty much by spread alone. Prices turned around instantly and started running in our direction, and we're over halfway towards target now which is great. So again, I'll leave this alone for the minute, just a very quick update, and hopefully and ideally we'll get down to target today. So I'll keep an eye on this, and of course I'll be back with another update soon. Right, just back, and another 24 hours in now, 2 days into holding this short, and it looks like price is having a quick go at attracting some new buyers by trading upwards and back into the value zone that we're within here on the 1 hour chart. Hopefully what we'll see here is some consolidation, a slight move back upwards, get everybody long, and in an ideal situation, smack back down through everybody's stop losses. But I am actually going to err on the side of caution here and just move my target back to the prior low where I had it originally, rather than playing for the other slightly lower low. So let me just get this adjusted, and yeah, there's still a good 1.6R on the table here, but it just means that hopefully we won't have to hold this for another 1-2 days, and ideally we can just get out of this on the next stop run below the lows when everybody who's long gets stopped out, because looking at what we're seeing here, this is almost certainly what's going to happen. There's no way we're headed up before we're headed down first, looking at this price action. Famous last words. I know I'll probably get stopped out on this now, but we'll see. Anyway, I'll pause this again for the minute, and again I'll come back to this later today to see where we're at. Right, just back, and as you can see, sod's low. I moved my target. What happens? We zip straight down there to exactly where it was. Brilliant. Anyway, not to worry, we're out of this with a profit that's just above 1.6R and 68.4 pips in the bank, which is absolutely brilliant. And another win in the bag for the high time frame bias bar strategy too. And this really was a textbook trade. I mean, the fill was unbelievably precise, wasn't it? And whenever a trade moves literally straight in your favor from the second you're filled, you pretty much know you've done something right. You can't always call it by any means, and I certainly could have been stopped out on this trade. You know, this strategy doesn't have a 100% win rate, unfortunately. I wish it did. No strategy out there does. But you can certainly see just how powerful an edge this is to have. It really is a brilliant strategy to have in the toolkit. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed taking another look inside the higher time frame bias bar strategy with me today. I hope that triggers some inspiration and perhaps some new trade ideas. I'll leave it there for today, and as always, trade with edge, with consistency, and I'll look forward to having you back here on the channel soon. Thanks, guys.